but today I am here to share with you my February TBR. I am actually going to be participating in a month-long, not really readathon, more like a reading challenge called Feminist Lit February. This is the third year that this has been around, and it's the third year I've participated, and I'm very excited. I will link Jane's announcement video down in the description so you can kind of learn more about it. But there are 5 challenges that you can kind of use to guide you in making your TBR, and I have 5 books on this month's TBR to go along with each one. So let's jump right in. The first reading challenge is to read a book of feminist fiction, and for that I have chosen The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. I've had this one for almost 2 years and I still haven't read it. But this is a YA, I don't know if you'd say kind of contemporary. It sounds almost like a mystery, sort of, but I believe this one deals with rape culture, and I've heard that it's very, very good, and I've been wanting to read it. So I'm glad I'm finally going to get to this one. I think I might listen to this one on audiobook because I did happen to notice that my library does have this audiobook, but I haven't really decided which way I'm going to read it just yet. The second challenge is to read a book of feminist nonfiction, and for that I have chosen Dear Madam President, An Open Letter to the Women Who Will Run the World by Jennifer Palmieri, something like that. This is just a short little book that I stumbled upon in Barnes & Noble, so this ought to be a really, really quick read. It's not even 200 pages. I think you can probably figure out why it's on this TBR. So the third challenge is to read an Own Voices book, and for that I have chosen Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Negan. This is probably the one I'm most excited to read that's on my TBR. But this is a fairly new YA fantasy book. I believe it deals with these girls called the Paper Girls, who are almost like slaves to this king. I'm not totally sure a lot about the plot of this, but I have heard several reviewers that I follow mention that this is a very feminist book, so I'm kind of taking their word for it with this. I don't know a ton about the plot, like I said. I do know that there's a female-female romance in this. I don't think I've heard a bad thing about this book, so I'm really, really looking forward to reading it. The fourth reading challenge is to read a book by a black woman or by a black person who is gender fluid or non-binary. That's kind of in celebration of Black History Month. And for that I've chosen Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. Shonda Rhimes is the creator of a lot of popular TV shows, the biggest one being Grey's Anatomy, which is one of my favorite TV shows ever. And I've watched several of her other TV shows and really enjoyed them as well. But from what I understand, Shonda Rhimes kind of took a year where she tried to challenge herself to say yes to doing more things. And that's kind of what this book is about. I believe it's also a memoir as well. And I'm really looking forward to reading it, so I think this will be a really good one. And the fifth challenge is a feminist freebie. Now for this one, you can pick a book, or you can pick another form of media that is feminist in nature, whether it's a TV show, a movie, a podcast, or whatever. I went ahead and chose a 5th book for this, but it's not a traditional book, so that way I could kind of mix it up a little bit. But the book I've chosen is The Witch Doesn't Burn in This One by Amanda Lovelace, which is a poetry collection. I loved The Princess Saves Herself in this one when I read it a couple years ago, and I don't know why I haven't read this one yet. I've been meaning to read it pretty much since it came out. But this is also on my top 10 books to read in 2019, so I'll be able to check one of those off as well. But I'm really, really excited to read this, and I know this will be a quick read as well, so that'll be good for that. So that is it for my February Feminist Lit February TBR. Let me know down in the comments some of your favorite feminist books, and I'll see you guys next time with another video. Bye!